Life often feels like an unrelenting storm, testing your limits and pushing you to the edge of your endurance. There are moments when it seems like the weight of your struggles is too much to bear, and giving up feels like the only option. But what if those dark times, the ones that make you question everything, are the moments when you're closest to a breakthrough? In this article, we won't give you the usual motivational cliches. Instead, we're diving deep into 7 powerful yet unconventional Stoic lessons that can completely transform your mindset and strengthen your resilience. These lessons can potentially change how you approach adversity, turning your most significant challenges into opportunities for growth. From embracing pain as your most excellent teacher to learning the power of solitude, these principles have helped countless people throughout history, including the author, rise above even the most challenging circumstances. Ready to discover what lies within you when everything seems to fall apart? Let these lessons guide you toward clarity, resilience, and inner strength. If you find this content valuable, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more insights on Stoicism and personal growth. Your journey to becoming the most robust version of yourself begins now. Lesson 1. Embrace pain as a teacher. We often view pain as something to avoid at all costs, but what if we could see it in a different light? Physical and emotional pain isn't our enemy. It's our most excellent teacher. Instead of running from it, Stoicism teaches us to face pain head-on, understanding that it's an essential part of life that can shape and strengthen us. Pain reveals our limits and exposes the areas where we need to grow. It forces us to confront our deepest fears, insecurities, and weaknesses. I remember a time when my life felt like it was falling apart. I had lost my job, and the sense of failure was overwhelming. Every day felt like a battle just to keep going. However, something shifted when I came across the Stoic principle that pain is a teacher. Instead of drowning in the discomfort, I began to ask, what is this pain trying to teach me? At first, it seemed counterintuitive, but over time, I learned that pain strips away all the superficial layers, leaving only the raw truth. It helps us focus on what truly matters, revealing our inner strength. Like physical exercise, where the strain and soreness lead to muscle growth, emotional and mental pain can help build resilience. Each hardship we face is an opportunity to become stronger. Rather than avoiding pain, we should embrace it as a tool for growth. The lessons learned during moments of suffering often lead to profound transformation. Remember, pain is not here to destroy you. It's here to guide you toward becoming the most robust version of yourself. Lesson 2. Solitude is power. Choosing solitude is a radical act in a world that celebrates constant connectivity. Yet, stepping away from the noise and chaos can be one of the most empowering things you can do. Solitude isn't about loneliness. It's about giving yourself the space to reconnect with your inner self and reflect on what truly matters. We live in a society that tells us we must be constantly available, sharing every detail of our lives and seeking validation from others. But all this external noise can drown out your most important voice, your own. Solitude offers a rare opportunity to pause, to listen to your thoughts, and to find clarity without the distractions of the world around you. During some of the most challenging moments of my life, when I felt utterly cut off from others, I discovered the true power of being alone. Instead of viewing solitude as isolation, I learned to embrace it as a chance for growth. It became a space for reflection and self-discovery. When you choose solitude, you allow yourself to focus on your values, your own needs, and your direction. You gain the strength to move forward confidently, no longer dependent on external validation. Some of the most important decisions I've made came during times of solitude, where I found the clarity I needed to push through difficult situations. Great thinkers and leaders throughout history have turned to solitude for inspiration and strength. They knew that stepping away from the crowd wasn't a retreat, but a deeper engagement with life. So, when you feel overwhelmed or uncertain, take a step back. Embrace the silence. You might just find that the answers you've been searching for are already within you. Lesson 3. Let go of goals. We often hear that setting goals is the key to success, but what if clinging too tightly to them holds you back? While goals can provide direction, they can also become burdens when they feel like obligations rather than inspirations. Stoicism teaches us to focus on the process, not the outcome, and sometimes the healthiest thing you can do is let go of rigid goals. In my own experience, I was obsessed with goals, constantly creating vision boards, tracking milestones, and pushing myself to meet every target. But over time, I realized that this fixation only added stress and disappointment to my life. Whenever I missed a goal, it felt like a personal failure. I was no longer enjoying the journey. My expectations trapped me. The Stoics remind us that we can control our actions and attitudes, not the outcomes. By shifting your focus away from the result and embracing the present moment, you open yourself up to growth, learning, and unexpected opportunities. Letting go of goals doesn't mean you stop striving for excellence. It means releasing the pressure of constantly hitting a specific target. This mindset shift allows for flexibility and resilience. Life rarely goes as planned, and becoming too attached to specific outcomes limits your ability to adapt. When you let go of rigid goals, you allow yourself to flow with life's changes, learning to trust the journey rather than being defined by a single destination. Ultimately, success is not about achieving every goal. It's about the growth and resilience you develop. By focusing on the process and embracing the present, you'll find peace and fulfillment, regardless of where the path takes you. Lesson 4. Seek challenges, not comfort. We're often told to seek comfort and avoid difficulties, but true strength is forged through challenge, not ease. While comfort may feel safe, it can also trap you in a cycle of stagnation, preventing real growth. The Stoics believe that facing adversity head-on builds resilience and unlocks your true potential. For much of my life, I chose the easy path. I worked a stable job, followed a predictable routine, and avoided risks, thinking this was the most innovative way to prevent failure. But deep down, I knew I was stuck, existing but not truly living. It wasn't until I deliberately sought out challenges that my life began to change. Challenges force you to push beyond your limits. They make you uncomfortable, but that discomfort is where the growth happens. I remember signing up for a marathon even though I wasn't a runner. The training was grueling, and there were moments I wanted to quit. But crossing that finish line taught me more about my resilience than years spent in comfort ever could. When you choose to embrace difficulty, you're choosing to grow. The more you expose yourself to challenging situations, the more mentally tough and adaptable you become. Comfort might feel good in the short term, but it won't make you stronger. Greatness is never achieved through ease. It comes through pushing yourself in the face of adversity. History's most accomplished figures didn't reach their success by staying in their comfort zones. They stepped into the unknown, took risks, and embraced struggle. In those moments of challenge, they discovered their greatest strengths. So, the next time you choose between comfort and a challenge, remember this. Growth only happens when you push yourself beyond what's familiar. The road won't be easy, but you'll discover who you are and what you're capable of in those difficult moments. Lesson 5. Detach from emotions. Emotions are a natural part of being human, but when left unchecked, they can cloud our judgment and weaken our resolve. Stoicism teaches us that true strength comes from mastering our emotions, not suppressing them. The goal is not to become emotionless, but to gain control over how we respond to life's challenges. For a long time, I allowed my emotions to dictate my actions. Anger, frustration, fear. They all had the power to take over in difficult situations. Whenever something went wrong, I reacted impulsively, often making things worse. But when I embraced the Stoic idea of emotional detachment, everything changed. Emotional detachment doesn't mean ignoring your feelings. It's about recognizing them without letting them rule your decisions. Instead of reacting in the heat of the moment, you step back, observe your emotions, and choose a more rational response. This approach gives you clarity and composure, even when life feels chaotic. Take, for example, a difficult period in my life where everything seemed to fall apart at once. My instinct was to panic and let stress take over, but I practiced emotional detachment instead. By acknowledging my emotions without judgment, I could focus on what I could control and take action with a clear mind. The result? I navigated the crisis more resiliently and found solutions I wouldn't have seen if I'd let my emotions take over. Throughout history, some of the most influential leaders have demonstrated this ability to detach from their emotions. Figures like Marcus Aurelius and Nelson Mandela endured immense hardships but maintained inner peace through rational control of their emotions. Their calmness in the face of adversity wasn't a lack of feeling. It was mastery over it. Detaching from emotions is a skill that takes practice, but it's one of the most powerful tools you can develop. It allows you to remain steady in turbulent times and make decisions based on reason, not impulse. Mastering your emotions builds mental resilience that will carry you through even the toughest challenges. Lesson 6. Be your advocate. Standing up for yourself is one of life's most challenging but essential lessons. Too often, we wait for others to recognize our worth or fight our battles for us. But the truth is, no one will advocate for you as fiercely as you can. Stoicism teaches us the importance of self-advocacy, taking control of your path, even when uncomfortable. For years, I believed that people would naturally recognize my efforts if I worked hard and kept my head down. Whether at work, in friendships, or with family, I waited for validation from others. But time and time again, I was left disappointed. It took a moment of missed opportunity to realize that if I didn't speak up for myself, no one else would. Self-advocacy isn't about being aggressive or demanding. It's about confidently asserting your value. I remember a pivotal moment in my career when I was passed over for a promotion I deserved. Instead of quietly accepting it, I gathered my achievements and scheduled a meeting with my boss. It was nerve-wracking, but I made my case. That simple act of standing up for myself resulted in getting the promotion I had earned. This lesson applies to the workplace and every area of life. Whether setting boundaries in relationships or pushing for opportunities, self-advocacy is about recognizing your worth and ensuring others do. It's a skill that can feel daunting at first, especially if you're naturally introverted or conflict-averse, but the more you practice it, the more empowered you become. The people we admire most didn't wait for doors to open. They knocked on them. If they didn't open, they found another way. Advocating for yourself is about owning your life and not waiting for someone else to hand you what you deserve. When you advocate for yourself, you reinforce your self-worth and gain confidence in your ability to shape your own future. It's not always easy, but each time you speak up, you send a message to the world and yourself that you are worthy of respect and opportunities. Conclusion. Life consists of challenges, setbacks, and moments where giving up feels like the easiest option. However, through the lens of Stoic philosophy, we discover that these trials are often our most significant growth opportunities. By embracing pain as a teacher, seeking power in solitude, letting go of rigid goals, stepping into challenges, mastering our emotions, and becoming our advocates, we can transform adversity into strength. These Stoic principles aren't just abstract ideas, but practical tools for navigating life's ups and downs with resilience and clarity. They remind us that strength isn't found in avoiding discomfort, but facing it head-on. The journey will be challenging, but it's within those difficult moments that you'll discover your true potential. Now is the time to take action. Don't let adversity hold you back. Use it to propel you forward. Embrace these lessons, apply them to your life, and watch as you build the mental fortitude to withstand even the harshest storms. If you found value in these Stoic insights, consider subscribing to our channel for more content that empowers you to become the best version of yourself. And remember to share this video with someone who might need a reminder of their inner strength. We can build a community of resilience, growth, and wisdom together. Stay strong, keep pushing forward, and always remember, the best is yet to come.